Hello, today I'm going to talk about longboarding, how to longboard, what not to do, what to do, all of that. It's a really competitive sport, people do it a lot, and the first thing we're going to talk about is different types of longboards. There's many different variations, styles, colors, lengths, sizes, but this right here is a 36-inch drop deck longboard, and they're one of the most common types because they drop down, and this gives you a lower center of gravity and it helps you balance. So they're probably the easiest longboards to start. Welcome back. Right now we're going to talk about picking your longboard, and one of the main things I like to do when you step on your board, I like to have a little bit of the front toes hanging off and a little bit of the back hanging off as well, and it's a perfect fit for your board right here. That's a good way to check. And whatever you feel most comfortable with, you can learn with it. You can start with anything, to be honest. But I'd recommend a drop deck. They're really easy to balance on. We're gonna dissect the longboard and talk about all the parts and pieces. So this is just the deck right here. It's just the board, the piece of wood. And then it has the hardware right here, which are these are the trucks. And one distinctive thing about longboards is the trucks are inverted. Compared to skateboards, they're facing the different direction. In comparison right here, bushings are pointed in, the bushings are pointed out. And this allows you to be able to turn sharper and more really hard turns. And it also comes down to wheels as well. The wider the wheels, the faster you'll go. It also depends on bearings, and they have different ratings right here. 78A. It's a pretty hard wheel. Hard wheels are better for sliding, and soft wheels are better for gripping. Soft wheels will grip really tight on asphalt, concrete, all of that. So again, it all comes down to preference and what you want to ride, and you find that out as you go along in the longboarding process. Now to get down to the nitty gritty, the real good parts of this, we're gonna finally learn how to ride and balance and all that good stuff. So when you get your longboard, it's best to know which direction is the front. And usually with longboards, since the bolts are over here, the logo, if you can read it, that's the front of the board. You know what I mean? You shouldn't ride backwards and go that direction. And that's for reference. If yours doesn't have a logo, you could also look at the graphics in the front. See, there's another logo. You could just figure it out. There's a way to tell. When it comes down to standing on your board, there's two different ways to ride. There's regular, which your left foot on the board right here, and there's also goofy, which is with your right foot on the board. Goofy is kind of unpopular, but again, it comes down to preference, and it also comes down to your dominant hand, which hand you normally write with and all that. So when you do stand on your board, you got to take your foot and put it in the front, slightly angled, not straight, because if it's too straight, it's hard to balance. To keep a slight angle like this, and it'll really help you get your balance down. And after that, just practice standing on the board, getting a good position for your feet, whatever's comfortable for you, and making sure it feels good. That's the main part. Like, if it feels right, then keep doing it, and you'll get used to it and you'll get better. When it comes down to pushing, you're gonna have your foot just like that. It really helps to move your arms and shoulders. Your upper body plays a big role in it as well, in keeping your balance. And the directions you point your shoulder is the directions you're gonna go. So if I keep my shoulders square like this, I'm gonna continue going straight. But if I start leaning or twisting my body, I'll start leaning into those directions. A big thing too with these drop deck longboards is the wheels are exposed. When you push, you don't want to hit your foot on the wheels, because that will make you fall. It'll abruptly stop the board, which is kind of dangerous. So it's good to keep a distance outside of the wheels, a good little couple inches. And a good thing to practice too is like a runner's form. When you push, it's like running. You got to use your arms, Yeah. Welcome back to Longboarding 101. Right now now you know how to ride, now you know how to push and get moving, but how do you stop? We're gonna learn how to stop right now in this clip. So get ready. I got some skills and tips and tricks for you, but after you're comfortable, after you've gotten down to riding, getting it good, you know what I mean? You feel good, look good, all that, the biz, you gotta stop. And there's different ways to stop. A lot of people, beginning longboarders, they tend to just jump off the board and run, which is the wrong way to do it. You really shouldn't do that, because it's dangerous. If you can't keep up, you'll fall, and that's a broken nose right there. You know what I mean? So a good way to stop is foot braking. It's one of the most popular methods of stopping, and it involves stopping. So here we go. I'm about to show you when you're pushing. Foot braking, you want to take your push foot and glide on the... So after you know about foot braking, there's different types. When foot braking, you could either apply the pressure on the balls of your feet right here on the front and glide like that, but usually that results in this right here. So it's kind of unpopular. One of the main popular ways is to use your heel. So most of the weight's on the back of your foot right here. And another uncommon way, but people still find it kind of comfortable, is the tip of your foot like that, just gliding across. And all of these will help you slow down. Another method of slowing down, it won't necessarily stop you, but it will slow your speeds if you're going downhill at all, is to carve. And carving is the act of turning really, really hard. So what you gotta do, you gotta lean very, very hard. I would show you, but we would need a moving clip, and I don't have that type of funds right now to get you a clip like that. So just imagine me going really fast and leaning in that direction back and forth. That carving motion will slow me down if I'm going downhill. So that's a great way to slow down as well. But if you have your foot braking down, you're good to go. Go hit some hills, go grind some stuff, get down, you know what I mean? And wear a helmet. That's up to you. Again, personal preference, but like, you only have one brain, you know, and your skull's sensitive. So protective gear, safety measures, you know what I mean? Get comfortable. It also takes a lot of strength in your legs and quads. And if you don't have that at first, you just got to keep doing it. You just got to keep longboarding, keep at it every day, and you'll see yourself getting better. Progress, you know what I mean? Practice makes perfect. So go out, buy a longboard. They clock it around 90 to $150 right now, anywhere. Get you a longboard, go out, hit some hills, and have fun. Thank you very much. Y'all have a blessed day.